Good morning, guys. Good morning, and it's 10:29. It's always like a sum of 11, like or ones or something like that. If you notice back on the video when I always say the time, it's like always 11 or something, or 1 1 or 11 11 or some good number, which makes me feel 33. That was the time that on the timer above. I have a few good messages today. I skipped yesterday. Yesterday was a little hectic for me. I had a lot to do. Um, God is really trying to bring newness into my life. I had a job interview that God actually brought into my life. Like, it was almost as if like I had applied to so many jobs, and I would do phone interviews, and I would do like go and I would do in office interviews, and I wouldn't get the job. And I still don't know if I got this job, but I feel like it's special because God actually brought this job to my attention. Like a friend texted me, and she was just like, we're hiring, blah blah blah, this and this and this and that. And the guy called me last week, and he was like, your resume, got through the the filter or whatever, and I want you to come in Tuesday for an interview or whatever. And I wasn't expecting like what the type of interview it was, because like I was expecting to go in there and to sit down with one person, and to answer some questions and tell them about myself and this and that. And you know I walked in, and it was like a conference room of like 8 people, and I was like, oh my gosh. Um, but um, I think what really hurts me in interviews is that I'm really honest. Like, I'm an honest person. Like, I'm just honest. Like some people are. I'm honest and straightforward. Some people are like, so what are your strengths or what are your weaknesses, and they kind of like don't tell their strengths or like don't tell their weaknesses or something. Like, I'm like, the guy's like, what are your weaknesses? I'm like, to be honest, my I feel like my only weakness is that I'm a shy person, which can like hinder the connection with other people at times. But at this stage of my life, I'm just like, it's about others. It's about others. And so I'm not really sure how it went. I just leave. I'm starting to leave everything up to God, man. Like, I don't want to. I don't. That worrying stuff. That like, okay, if you didn't get the job, like, what are we gonna do? I'm believing in God to do so much more in my life. If I didn't get the job, then I just feel like maybe God was trying to teach me and tell me something in that moment. Maybe it's really time for me to start my own, like, really get down and start my own fitness business or whatever. And like, there's just so much that could happen. There's just so many opportunities that could stem from this. Whether it's going to be victorious, regardless. That's how I see it. I'm victorious, regardless. And so, I would just really like the opportunity to really work and make money, so that I can get out of this toxic environment. It's very, very toxic, and I have to let it go, guys. Like, it's not if they work or this and that and this. I've completely, like, my heart, my mind, my soul, my body is already out of this. Like, it's out. And it was just last night that I kind of like really got over my head, and I was just like, I'm out. Like, I'm out. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. I have to do this for me. I'm out. I'm out. So I really need God to just kind of like bless me with the ability to make money, or bless me with, you know, um, just the ability to make money and be self-sustainable and self-reliant. I have my clothing stores, and I have one is a very positive, evolving conscious clothing, and the other um, is a yoga legging shop where we sell like I sell eclectic, clothing like um, eclectic leggings, sweatshirts, home decor and stuff like that. So I feel like if I could really get that out and like that'll give me so much time to read, to study, plant foods not only for my family but like try for my community, for people that don't have food, and try to just help others to build a sustainable living. So that's really my dream, is to be able to generate substantial income from creative endeavors, because I love to redo furniture as well. So it's like I just really want to be, you know, I want to push out positivity and have the opportunity to live, and use the gifts that God has given me as far as spiritually, to help others, whether through through fitness, through meditation, through food, through positivity, through ministering, being a metaphysical minister, and just improving people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm asking God to just allow me to do this, to write, and to just produce love, on a daily basis, through all the gifts that I am provided with. And so I just believe God is going to work that in my life, and I'm just, maybe I just had to detach from the situation. It's starting to really, kind of give me a headache. It's really starting to mess, you know, with my head. Um, and so I just know that it's really time to detach and move forward, and I'm all about that. The messages for today, is I've just last night was the full moon, guys. The pink moon. That was crazy. Um, how was it for you? One second. Uh, I think for me, you already know I'm cooking oatmeal. I'm late on breakfast this morning. Um, for me, uh, it was just really spent being aggravated in this. And so I was trying to study, and I really couldn't. And so I just kind of like laid down and surrendered to whatever. Um, so what I'm noticing is this is pertaining to darkness. Uh, so I want to just go to on my Instagram. Um, I utilize my Instagram page to market, you know, my clothes, to send positivity, to, um, it's really a place for me to minister. I don't all the time get to, make videos. So this is my video outlet, because I feel like first it takes too long for my phone to upload, and you know I, I need more than a minute to really say what I need to say. Okay, so this is why I moved to YouTube. Um, I've noticed in the past that Instagram does this thing where like I'll get like a certain amount of followers, and like they just start deleting my followers, right? Or I'll get like I'll start like speaking like from a different place of love and knowledge, and they'll like start deleting my posts. Or I'll start posting like good stuff, and then they'll like disconnect my post from the internet, like from my followers, so like no one sees my post, right? And I'll have like one like on something that I'm used to getting like 70 likes. You know what I'm saying? Like to me that's like I'm not really worried about how many likes it is, but I'm saying like they just do certain things. And this morning, like yesterday it started because I was almost at like 800 followers. To be honest, I should probably have like 1500 followers. And it's not even about the followers, it's about the fact that they delete my followers. It's about the fact that they are messing with my with my stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? When there's so many other people out there that you could be, like messing with. And I'm sure they are. I'm sure. Like if you're doing positivity, preaching positivity and ministering to people, I'm sure that they're messing with your stuff too. But maybe you've never noticed it, or maybe you're speaking out and it's never gotten around to the community. But last night, like I post and I made these shirts. They're really amazing shirts. It says Lionheart, and it has like a picture of a lion with like a simulation of a heart in the background. It's like in the shirt, and it comes in like, man, probably like 12 different colors, maybe more than that. So before posting the Lionheart shirt, I also have these One Love hats, like One Love, One Heart, One Life hats. It's just an outline of a yellow, heart on many different colors on the hat. Really cool design, really cool, really sleek. Really like whatever, cool for the summer. I'm gonna show you guys once they come in. You can order them on the website. I post the link below. So that was before the Lionheart. So I posted like maybe 3 Lionheart shirts in 3 different colors. Like I'll post like 2 a day. One in the morning, one in the evening, or whatever. So I was gonna post a royal blue one, which is amazing. It's like a beautiful blue, right? Beautiful blue shirt, with the Lionheart in the picture or whatever. And my description on the shirt is it's not on the shirt, but my interpretation of why I created the shirt. And the creativity that I felt, the inspiration that I felt while I created it, I wrote in the description below. Like when you're about to post, I wrote, like we overcome, like we do more than survive. Like I don't want to get it wrong, so let's see, because they don't like that. Like they wait. It's kind of so funny and so sad at the same time. And this is what the post is about. Like this is exactly what it's about. It's about, I'm going to get to what it's about. So I wrote, we overcome, we adapt, we survive, we are powerful, tenacious, we are the army of God, Lionhearts. And then, I put like the description where you can find the t-shirt or whatever. I don't know if you guys can see. This is actually the Navy. Alright. The royal blue, they will not allow me to post. And I don't know if like they set like that picture to the server to where you can't post that particular picture. But I'm just like, yo, I have like 15 different colors. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, so this is the royal blue. It's so pretty. Like I love the royal blue. But so it's like, it's like when you start to like speak truth, like that's how you know. I feel like that's how you know when you start to speak truth that they don't want us to know, is that we are the army of God. Like, and it's like, why wouldn't someone want you to know that? Like, why wouldn't the darkness want you to know that? And it goes to show that, like, to me, like when things start happening like that on Instagram, and you see all the people posting all these clothing that's just like fashion clothing, there's no positivity on it, and they're not having a hard time. And then you see all these people that's posting nonsense and negativity on Instagram, and they have like 1 million and something followers. And it just kind of show you how the energies of the universe is really working right now. But what's also what it's also showing you is that regardless of like where darkness is on the scale, if they feel that they're winning, like the strength of God is so strong. Like the love of God is so, the light of God is so bright that it's like they don't even want, like we can't even minister on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what's the problem? Like why are we having this issue right now? You know? Um but I just want to, I guess what I'm saying is like it just goes to show you who's behind Instagram. Like it goes to show you who's behind Facebook. It goes to show you like that it's not God's people that's really running Instagram. Like Instagram wasn't created to, you know, like allow people to bring other people to God or allow people to see God. I think, you know, in creating the program, like they had to think about, you know, everything. But I don't think, see, social media allows people to know and to see how many people are actually living in light and love. You know what I'm saying? It's actually like it just allows people to see how many people are actually living in light and love and believing in God, believing in source, you know? Um so I feel like, you know, darkness makes itself present in our lives when we walk through a portal of elevation, when you know the full moon is like at its highest and we can send out our love and our positivity into the world to manifest. I feel like, you know, it's like, no, you're not, like it's just you have to be aware. That's all. You know, you have to be aware that at opportune times darkness will present itself so that you can't manifest, so that you can't receive the best, so that you can't receive that love, so that you can't move forward, so that you can't attach to that energy source, that positive energy source. At this time, it's almost as if like, you know, it's time to pull out the sword. Like I'm willing to go to war for God. My position is in the army of God. There's there's nothing, you know, because once you know that darkness is going to try to keep you away from God, anger, jealousy, envy, deceitfulness, lying, cheating, gambling, drinking, smoking, anything that keeps you from standing in your power, anything to keep you feeling weak, vulnerable, defeated, less than, you know, worthy, less than, you know, anything to take away your worth, anything. You know, listening to the rap music. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know, everyone's trying to attach to this certain specific culture. Everybody's listening to this music that is tearing your soul apart. I'm talking about your spirit is screaming at you when you're listening to it. And you just can't hear it because you're just so into it. It's not even vibrating with your spirit. Like, it's not even the music, the hip hop music that the youth are listening to. the adults are listening to, the people that are creating this music. It's like you have to be so aware of the energy that is crossing your body. Because the most powerful source of change and of manipulation and of change is music, because it flows through you. And you have to take shape. You have to take shape. Like, that's why it's so important for me to get the hell up out of this environment, is because the energy that's flowing through you, you have to take shape, unless you're protecting yourself by meditation, by forming a wedge of protection, by saging, by smudging, by incense, by frankincense, by burning candles, by burning incense, by flowers, by just creating those energies, by exiting that energy, by drumming, by singing, by humming, by praying, by asking God to clear through the angels to protect you. You have to stay on this. Like, the first thing, I just feel like, man, the first thing that somebody could do is just stop listening to that rap music, man. Please, stop listening to rap music. Stop listening to that nasty rap music. Like, go back to the 80s. Like, go back to the 70s where they weren't talking about killing, drugs, raping people, calling women out their names. Like, have you ever thought about what you're listening to? I know the music in itself, without the words, is catching because it's a certain frequency, and they put spells on the music so that it catches you. Like, they know what you like. Like, they know what you like. We're messing with deceit. We're messing with manipulation, man. We're messing with like, you have to know what you're messing with. And a lot of people are out here talking about, they're sick, they're unhappy, they're depressed, their husband ain't doing them right, their wife ain't treating them right, their kids out here killing, not coming home and everything. You have to look at what the image that you're following, man. You're like, people listen to music all day long. People listen to music when they sleep. People listen to music when they're awake, at their job, while they're driving, while they're eating, on TV. While you're washing your car, while you're washing your clothes, while you're taking a shower. So every day you're being indoctrinated with this filth. And there's subliminal messages in the background. So you're being indoctrinated with darkness all day long. And you wonder why. And maybe it gets to a point to where you don't even wonder anymore. You just accept this type of lifestyle, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's an absolutely ridiculous lifestyle. It's absolutely ridiculous. There are things. We have to just be aware of this. Like, anything that's allowing you to feel. Any woman that's okay with listening to a song that is calling in reference to other women, even if she doesn't like attach to the label, any reference to another woman, calling her out of her name, and you're okay with that. I don't care who's singing the song. You're still allowing that to take shape in you. Like, you still allowing that to take shape in you. You're still allowing. I'm gonna give you a good example. A woman that calls herself a bitch, and a woman that calls herself, sees herself in such a high form, she may speak of herself as a queen, or she may speak of herself as a spiritual being. the way that this woman that references herself as a bitch is going to live her life and allow people to take advantage of her body, allow people to take advantage of her children, of her home, of, allow, men to treat her any type of way, allow men to beat her, allow people to beat her, subject herself to less than, lower than worthy environments. Um, and then you have the other person that kind of, attaches to her worth, attaches to what she wants in life, knows what she wants in life, doesn't settle, won't allow anyone to put their hands on her, wouldn't allow anyone to call her out of her name. And so she lives almost like a better life with respect, like she has respect for herself, so other people treat her with that. It is hurtful to look at the African American community. Not saying everybody, but I'm saying it's very hurtful to look at the African American community, the women and the men, and the children. I mean, just the household in general, and really just see how people that have so much potential is being destroyed via television and music. There's nothing spiritual. Their spirit isn't even being fed in any type of way. I mean, how is their spirit being fed? Not even, so it's dark. They are dark. They're darkened. They are darkened. And what's even sad is because, black people, I believe this, black people hold a very high amount of energy. And, so there you go. Now you can see why, darkness would want to, utilize the black people for their own benefit. Because we hold a lot of energy via skin and hair. And so it's very sad. It's a very sad thing. Like, it's very sad. And I wish that that you guys can, like, and it's almost crazy that if you showed people this video, if you showed, the people that are living in darkness this video, they would have so much negative things to say about me. And really and truly, I'm saying that it's not your fault. I'm saying that it's not your fault. I'm saying that there is no other way that you know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, they put it so good in society to where there is no other way that you know. Do you think it's a coincidence that there's liquor stores on every corner of your neighborhood? Is that a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that there's no organic food in your neighborhood? Is there a coincidence that there's, chips and candies at every corner of your neighborhood? 24 ounces, which they're poisoning you through alcohol, liquor, drugs. Have you ever thought about why there aren't corner stores of liquor and alcohol in the white people neighborhood? Saying. Have you ever taken a ride through a white person's neighborhood and seen corner stores at each corner of the neighborhood? Or hip hop shops, clothing stores in the gas stations? You don't see that. You don't even, they don't even sell clothes on the other side where the white people stay. They don't sell clothes in their gas station. Their gas station don't even look like your gas station. Like, the inside is not even, like, set up like their gas station. They lights work. You know what I'm saying? The air condition work on the other side. The air condition works. You know, their coolers are at the right temperature. Their floors are clean. Their windows are clean. They don't have bars on the doors. They don't have bars on the window. The cashier is not equipped with a shotgun. You know, there isn't any glass in the front of the store. You know, to protect the customer from the worker. It's time to wake up. You know, it's definitely it's time for the community to wake up. There's so much more for your life. There's so much more that you could be doing instead of going in the opposite direction of your power. I'm sorry that it just if it seems that I'm being negative, but we have to start somewhere. You know, we have to start somewhere. You know, there has to be a starting point. We have to make there has to be some type of entry way here. That's all I'm really trying to do. Is just making a entrance into, you know, maybe shining a little light into your situation. So